Each year, around this time of the year, I would always feel this sinking in my heart and gut. Usually around 5 o'clock in the evening, I had a favorite aunt who loved fall. She would go rhapsodic about its beauty and delight in the clean, crisp air. It was like fall was a charger cord plugged straight into her heart. Not me. That 5 o'clock hour when the weakness of the sun felt most apparent, so weak it couldn't even make it through the commuting hour, the cold that most of us in our lizard brains are still wired to read as danger, like in the Game of Thrones when they say, "Winter is coming." And we don't mean sledding and joy. We mean, I hope you put away enough acorns and firewood to make it through. And the leaves, right? The gorgeous leaves in their last gasp of life, but still in their last gasp, let go. Jun Fujita, the first Japanese-American photojournalist, who was also a silent film actor and a published poet, would retire to his cabin in Minnesota to write poetry and paint, and he wrote the following poem entitled November. It's not quite a haiku and not quite a tanaka, but similar to both. On a pale sandhill, a bare tree stands. The death wind has snatched the last few leaves. That's what I mean. This is the season that we're in, despite what my Aunt Nancy said. And for so many generations, our natural world in this northern hemisphere gets taken to a place in our hearts and minds where we feel closer to the proximity of loss, up against the living and the dying, separated by this veil, but brought closer, it felt, by the weakening sun. This death of another year, leaves falling, the withdrawal of warmth as part of it, catches, as poet Naomi Shihab Nye says, the thread of all sorrows in so many of us. And we remember so much else that's part of the web of life that we have watched fall away. One way to hold our sense of loss is to witness to it, to those we've lost and why we miss them and what they left behind. It's a good reminder that we don't honor those we love once in a memorial service, but we have the chance to remember them and honor them as often as we choose to and need to, as often as serves our hearts and our spirits and honors appropriately the richness of our ongoing connections to them. So in ancient pagan tradition, not surrendered, but transmuted into Christian tradition and taking its own distinct form in Mexican Christianity and perhaps pre-Christian traditions, we have this celebration at this time of year, this confluence of celebrations of love and loss that we will do our version of here today, as we have so many years in a row. Bring your love of fall to this moment, and bring your resistance to it. Your loss is old and so fresh, they have not really yet sunk in, maybe because you cannot yet bear to let them sink in. Bring memories new and old of family, friends, and friends who were like family, and pets, and even places that were sacred and beloved to you. You can bring here to this moment and this ritual all that you need to remember and honor that you have lost, been forced to let go of. Here, among so many others, gathered to hold one another through the cycles of life and the requirements of the heart and spirit of these cycles. So welcome to this morning and its rituals of remembering.